Hello, this is Stiv to Slava, and this time I'd like to talk about some other items in the orchestra library. This is going to be a little demonstration of some of the techniques that are used and some of the fairly tedious work that has to be done in the orchestra library. So without telling you and giving away the topic too much, let's just get right to it. Now here's something that the orchestra librarian does a lot, is numbering measures. You see, using a pencil there to put the measure numbers in the margins so the players can easily locate their place in the music when the conductor calls for rehearsal point. That first picture there showed just freehand numbering. Here is using an assisted, using a template for an assist. Makes it a little neater. Some people like to number in the margins. That's what I do. That's so the players can easily see the numbers out there. Some people prefer to number inside the margins, that is just above the clef sign. Really, it's all about communication, so it's just a matter of style. Here I'm actually copying the numbers from another part and not counting the measures as I would normally. Now we're going to go to line repair, which is very important in a lot of cases. This is a practice demonstration. You draw a line, you erase it. I like to use a big eraser here, not the electric eraser that I showed in an earlier video. That's more for fine work. This is the eraser I'm using there, a Staedtler Mars plastic eraser. Very good eraser. If you use an eraser that's too hard, it tends to be too abrasive on the paper. So you've erased a line, and then you're going to repair the line and leave no mark. That's the general idea. Let's try it again and show how it should not be done. Notice the pencil alignment here. This is not going to be a good alignment. You started pointing in the right direction, but faded off, and see there you can actually see the extra repair line, and we don't want to see that. We want it to be a continuous line. So let's get rid of that again and try to repair this line properly. Notice how the pencil is going to be lined up directly in line with the repair. And there you go. That's the way the lines should be repaired. Here are the types of pencils. Now here's the pencil I use to do the numbering of the measures. It's a nice hard, it's a soft black pencil. And the line repair pencil is a harder pencil. It keeps its point much better. So it's a hard pencil for the line repair and a soft or black pencil for the other markings. Here's another direct demonstration of how the lines are to be repaired. Notice how the twisting or spinning motion of the pencil it helps keep the pencil sharp. It helps keep a good tip on it. And here again, you really need a fairly hard pencil, not a soft pencil like you do for most writing, because you need to retain a good, firm, sharp point on the pencil. And there's the pencil. You can see is still sharp after having repaired the lines. If the pencil gets dull, then obviously it's going to make a very blunt line. It's not going to match the lines. There you can see where the lines are whited out. They're not firmly, strongly printed. And using a template, templates good for a lot of different things. There you can see squares and circles. You might need those in different situations. So a template is a good utility instrument. You could use a simple straight edge, but this is multitasking we're talking about here. Notice how the pencil is spun between the fingers. Of course, you can use either side of the template. Here, watch the pencil action. See how you twist it between your fingers. That keeps a good point on the pencil. That keeps it sharp. And it also makes a more consistent line. If you just hold it straight, it'll develop a flat edge on one side of the pencil, and it will not produce a consistent line. You can see those lines are pretty neatly repaired. This is, of course, pretty tedious work. So you've got to be pretty quick with it. It takes a lot of practice to develop the kind of speed you need. This will give you an idea of at least how quickly you need to do this. This is not as fast as it could be, but it's the lines are neatly repaired. Here's one last look at repairing the lines, and you can see that here I'm moving along pretty quickly. You have to be careful, and it does take practice to get that template lined up exactly. You don't put it right on top of the line. You put it a micromillimeter below the line, because you've got the pencil, what I call the bump space. The point doesn't go right down on the template, but rather next to it by a hairline. And that's how to number the measures and repair the lines. I hope this was helpful if you were interested, and I'll see you next time. This is Stiv to Slava.